What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Wanted to make a quick video letting people know that Apex Trader Funding is offering a 90% off special again. They had just had the special at 71%. To me, that's not really a good deal. But when they offer those 90% off deals, I get excited. And they posted that they had the 90% off deal, and they said that you can pass in one day. I will rephrase that, and I will say that you could pass in as little as one day, because you don't have to pass in one day. You could pass it in 3 days and still qualify to switch that over to a PA account. But if you do it in one day, then you do qualify. And so I went on ahead and I purchased a $25,000 account. I got a couple of PA accounts as it is already, but $14, I was like, man, let me buy another one. So bought a $25,000 account, and lo and behold, we have passed that $25,000 account in a few hours, y'all. We didn't even take the full day. We did this in a few hours. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna bring up my trade summary for that account, and we're gonna look at the numbers. We'll look at the trade summary, and then I'll show you the trades on the chart and kind of show you how I did it, and why I did it the way that I did it. So if we look, gross profit, $1,790. Gross losses, $80. Solid. That left us a net profit of $1,710. Now, with a $25,000 account, you have to make more than $1,500. You see, I made $1,710. This accounted for commissions and fees. Commissions and fees. Come on over to the long side. 100%. We did not lose or take one single red trade going long. Come over to the shorts. 94.12%. We took one red trade going short. So we were very accurate in this account. Let's look at the average winning trade, $38.91. Average losing trade, $80. Skewed because it's only one trade that we were red on. Largest winning trade, 170. Largest losing trade, 80. So you see, we didn't have any like real big, like $500 trades and nothing like that. And the way that I did this, you can only do this after hours. Cannot do this with the market is open. I'm going to tell you right now. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up the trade summary, and you're going to see these were not big gainer trades. And this is how you have to trade these PA accounts. Now, I will tell you, most of these I was in 4 NQs at one time, but my stop was very tight stops. The last one it was a little touch and go, but for the most part, most of these, not that much risk on. And just notice, look at the profits, $60, 60, 30, 70, 10, 10, 35, 25. You see it, but look at the cumulative net profit. It's just growing. It's just growing. And then we finally catch a banger, and we hit 170, 170, 170, and 170. And that gives us a nice jump. So it kind of expedited it. And then we went right back, $5, $10, $5. And what I was doing was, when a trade went in my favor, I would get my stop in place. And if it came back and stopped me out, so be it. I'll look for another entry, and you'll kind of see that on the chart. This was the one red trade that we took. We went short, and no harm, no foul. I got right back in. And with this one, I only had one contract. So that somewhat kind of tells you, like, it was not a surefire trade. And you'll see that on the chart, and you'll see why I only went in with one. Then I came right back to my 4 and banged it out, and that qualified us, y'all. That qualified us. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up the chart real quick. We'll take a look at these trades. I'll kind of explain why I did it that way. We're only going to look at the 200 tick chart. Don't really need to look at any other charts for this. So if I drag this out, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love this 4-hour level that I keep on my charts. So you got your 4-hour levels, you got supply and demand levels, you got my moving averages, you got the 50 moving average right here. So let's look at this. When I sat down, I noticed that the market had made this nice move up to the 4-hour level and then flush back down. We had these topping tails, and then we get this nice green candle. So first trade, I go long. And then I go long and I kind of add in as it's coming down. And it makes this nice move back up. And those were the first 2 trades that you saw that I made $60 and 120. I made 60 on this one, 120 on that one. Nice solid trade. After that, when I saw this kind of holding, I got back long. Now my target on this is the 4-hour level. And I could have just stayed in this trade and just held it, and I would have made it all in one trade. Because up here, this was showing about $1,400-$1,500 is what the P&L would have been at if this got up to there. But that's adding a lot of risk on. This thing could have came up to right here, and instead of catching support, it could have just flushed on out. So I'd rather take my profit. So just little bite sizes. Boom. Take my profit. I got in. This made the move up. I got my stop in profit. This came back down, stopped me out. This is the one that you see that like I made $10 on. Okay, no harm, no foul. Let's reset. I go short right here. And the reason I go short is exactly what it did. I was kind of just looking for this to push back down. Now, was that the smartest play? No, because my stop was above this pivot here. So room from here to there and there to there. It's not really 1-to-1, but this did what I wanted it to do. So I got out. Smarter play would have been to wait and take the long back up going this way. But not a bad trade. Made 35, 35, and 35. Was in 3 contracts right there. So not bad. Market makes this move back up, and I go long here, basically for the break of the 4-hour level. So you see, I am long. This thing makes the move up. I take my stop into profit. I take it into profit, and it flushes all the way back down. Flushes all the way back down. So nice exit, getting out right there. And that's just trading the chart, y'all. If this thing had have pushed up and broke, it would have been a done deal. We good to go. And that's why I got my stop in place. Didn't happen though. So what I do, I let it reset. Came all the way back down. We get the move back above this candle here. I go long again. Same thought process. I want to see this break this level and hold. So it goes, I get my stop in the money. Now I probably could have gotten out when this pushed up and just like trailed it and got out right there. I didn't. I just left my stop pretty much at break even. And this thing made the move, came back, stopped me out, and then it pushed back up. So probably could have managed this one a little bit better, but pushed up, broke over again, made the move. I got my stop into money in the profit, came back, tagged me, pushed up a little bit. And now this is where I go short at. I go short right here. I put my stop on the other side of this pivot, and I'm playing this now to push back down. I'm playing this to kind of reject this 4-hour level. And we see that it pushed down a little bit and it came back. Again, I'm getting my stop into the money. Stops me out, small green. Pushes back up. I would have gotten stopped out. And then this thing just gave it up. So look at what I did. When this didn't go the first time, stop is in the money. I'm going to stop out and I'm going to reset. And that's what I did. This came up and I went short again right here. Now this time I'm going short right here, 91. My stop is going to be on the top side, 96. That's a 5-point stop. It's 5-point stop. And this thing makes a very nice move down. Very nice move down. I'm not sure if I took profit here or if this kind of came back and stopped me out. So when I say take profit, if it hit my target, it almost looks like that's where I had my target at. But nice, solid move back down. This thing continues to come down, comes to the 50, this 50 moving average. It breaks it. I go short again right here. This time my stop is going to be up here on the high side. So let's look at that one. That's 74. Stop is 82. That's 8 points. This thing makes the move. I get my stop in profit again. Comes back up and it tags me. And then it finishes way down there. So this one would not have stopped me out and it would have been a good trade. But stop out, small green. Again, that's just cumulatively adding up my profit. Now, this was a bad one here. I go short when it breaks this demand level because now I'm thinking that this is about to flush all the way down. That's my thought process. But notice, I don't really have a place to put a stop here. So this was not really a good trade. This would have been a good short right there. That would have been a good short, but let's keep going. We're getting off track. So went short. This makes this move. Doesn't go. Again, this is the exit for that entry. Make a little bit of money. Make a little bit of money. And I'm out the trade and I go long right here. Now this one is a very easy stop. Very easy stop. Entry 68. My stop is that wick. 2 points. So I'm risking 2 points. Entry, stop. This wick had already been left. So I get in. This makes the move. Now on this trade, my target can only be no more than that 50 moving average line right there. But you see this fast moving average is in front of it. So it comes up, taps it, pushes back down. I'm kind of trail stopping it and I get stopped out right there. So now market kind of moves on down. I'm not really paying too much mind in it right now. This is what I would call a no man's land for me to trade. I wouldn't want to take no trades up in here. But it pushes back up over the 50 moving average and I go long. This one, not really it's a good trade, y'all, but I got a large stop on this. 775, my stop has to be all the way down there. So that's a full 15-point stop, full 15 points. So here, I only go with one. I can't take like over here where my stop was 2 points and I can take 4 contracts. This is 15 points. No way. We're not going to do that. So I get in long, makes this move up. Again, I get my trail stop in place, comes back down, tags me, comes back down a little bit, and then it just goes. it just goes. And I don't catch any of this right here. I don't catch any of that. But we reset. This comes back up, pushes over the 4-hour price level. Now you look at this and be like, you don't really have no place to put a stop. And I really don't. But this is more so of like a momentum trade where it's just going to keep going. So on that, I would just put my stop below the previous candle. So let's look at that. Entry is 89. That's 85. So that's like a 4-point stop. That's not bad. That is not bad. Because if you notice, it never broke the low of the previous candle. Even when I stop out right here, had I just got long right here and I put my stop there, that's giving me a better stop, and I wouldn't have stopped out. And then it came here, I wouldn't have stopped out. Came there, I wouldn't have stopped out. Came there, I finally would have stopped out right there. And that's the end of that momentum play. But I get my stop in profit, make a little bit of money. Then, now this is where I take that $80 loss at, y'all. So entry, first exit, second exit. And then I go short right here, y'all. And I take this short with my stop just on the top side of this supply area, thinking that it's going to reject this supply and push back down. And it doesn't. It does not. Goes up and then goes up a little higher, stops me out, and then pushes back down. So this was the one where you see me lose the $80 on. Let's keep going. So when I stop out right there, I flip and I go long because it broke this supply area, pulls back down, and then it makes the move. And look at these exits, y'all. This was my first one that I get out of. This is the next one that I get out of. And then you see we've rolled over and have not made it back up there again. And that was it, though. I had my target set to where I knew this is all I need to make. When it hits that, I'm good. And it just so happened, it hit it. Actually went a little bit higher, so I could have made a little bit more money, but these were target areas. This was a target area. That was a target area. Got out the trade, saw this thing flush back down, and I'm like, good deal. But that's how we did it, y'all. $1,710. We started trading at about 8 o'clock, and we were done in about a little over 2 hours. About 2.5 hours. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Just showing how you can pass a eval account in a day. And not even when the market is open. This is after hours. And it's actually a little better because the market is a little slower. We're not getting those big whipsaw 10 and 15 point swings. So it's a little easier to set the stops. And yeah, we made it happen. So as always, thanks for checking me out. If you have not hit the like button, please do so now. It doesn't cost you a thing and it would help me out greatly. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comment section. How many other prop firm traders do we have out there? Let me know in the comments. You taking advantage of the Apex 90% off deal. It's a very good deal right now, especially for new traders. $14, $16 for a 50K account. And you can actually get some skin in the game once you pass those accounts. Was this a little aggressive? Very. But for me, I think it was well thought out, well strategized. And we made it do what it do. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.